to order. And we'll have the first item of business considering the approval of the minutes. And so do I hear a motion about the minutes? I hope you've read them.
Yes. I make a motion to approve the minutes as.
Okay, is there a second?
I second.
Okay. Any discussion? Okay, all in favor? Say aye.
Aye.
All right, we'll begin today with the consider of historic restoration grant extension, and Jessica.
Yes, sir. So our first item is HRG 2024-017. The applicant, Mr. Russell Smith, who is here, it's for 507 East Hospital Street. He was originally awarded 4.95% of the final project cost, not to exceed $489.20. The original grant deadline was January 13th, 2025. Before that deadline, Mr. Smith did contact our office and request a 9-month extension. His contractor is having some health issues and so would like that extension so they have time to complete the work. If approved today, the new due date would be November 3rd, 2025, which is 9 months from today's meeting. I'm happy to answer any questions you have, and like I mentioned, the applicant is here and can answer any questions.
Do we have any questions of Jessica? Okay. Any questions of Russell? All right. Okay. Do I hear a motion about this request for an extension?
I make a motion we approve the request for the extension till November the 3rd of 2025.
All right. A second?
A second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All right, no discussion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right. Now we go to item.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you. If you just hold, we could probably all hold our breath and get through the rest of these.
I'll try to talk real fast.
Okay, item B. Jessica?
This item is HRG 2024-003. It is a historic restoration grant reimbursement for 520 East Pillar Street. This applicant was approved to paint the exterior of the house, replace rotten wood, and replace the porch, railing, and decking. The original estimated cost was $9,500. The applicant ended up spending $4,800, and the project was funded at 4.95, not to exceed $470.63. I will mention in your AIS that's written, there is a mistake on that dollar amount. The expense report behind it is correct. Since the applicant did not spend the full amount, their 4.95% will be based on what they actually spent, that $4,800. So the amount we were recommending to release is $237.60, which you can see at the bottom of that expense report.
Okay.
And I'm happy to answer any questions you
Okay.
have.
Any questions, anybody? All right, seeing there's no questions, so I hear a motion.
I make a motion that we approve HRG 2024-003 to release the funds in the amount of $237.60.
All right.
Second.
Second?
I second that.
All right, a motion, a second. Any discussion? Okay, we'll call the issue. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, item C. Jessica?
This item is HRG 2024-006, 323 East Main Street, and the applicant is Antonia Sanchez. This applicant was approved to replace the rear door at an estimated cost of $5,400. She gave staff copies of invoices and proof of payment in the amount of $5,309.81, and she was funded at 4.95%. So staff is recommending the release of grant funds for $262.83, which is also in your expense report.
Great. All right, any questions?
This beautiful U salon.
It is. It's for their back door that they recently replaced.
All right, any other questions? All right, do I hear a motion on this item?
I move that we approve HRG 2024-006 and give Antonia her $262.83.
Okay, a second? You have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All right, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, There you go, Jessica.
All right, 3D is for HRG 2024-011. The applicant is Dennis White for 401 East Main Street. I'm sure we've all seen this project going on. It's at the corner of Main and Church. The applicant was approved to repair the exterior masonry, install a balcony and fire escape stairs, and replace the doors and windows at an estimated cost of $206,000. The applicant has completed the work, has submitted invoices and proof of payment, and the total amount for that portion of the project was $206,420.47. So staff recommends releasing funds in the amount of $10,205.16, which was the maximum amount. And I'm happy to answer any questions you have.
All right.
And the expense
Any-
sheet is in your packet.
Okay, any questions?
Do we know when someone might be moving into that building? Are there any plans?
I don't know of their timeline, but even when I drove over here, they still have people working on the interior and things like that. So I know that work is progressing, but they have not given us a timeline on when someone's going to occupy the building.
Because I have people say, oh, I wish someone would move in there. I wish someone would move in there, so,
I think people are chomping at the bit, but there is progress going on every day.
okay.
Okay, any other questions? Jessica, is the balcony will have a top to it?
It will, yes. Yes. We told Mr. White to go ahead and submit this because the balcony portion was there, the roof is not yet, but we have seen full plans for it, and he would not be eligible to get any additional funding anyway.
Okay.
But we know that a lot of the parts are already ordered, and he's just waiting to install until a few other pieces are
I
in.
figured people would ask.
Yes.
Okay,
But yes, it will have a roof on it.
all right. Okay, do I hear a motion on this item?
I make a motion to approve HRG 2024-011 and release the funds in the amount of $10,205.16.
I second the motion.
We have a motion and a second. Any comment or discussion? Right, seeing there's none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay,
Our next
Jessica?
item is HRG 2025-005, Mr. Bailey McLean for 406 East Hospital Street. He was approved to replace the roof at an estimated cost of $14,420. He is in the 2025 grant cycle, and so all of those are approved for 11% of the final project cost, and his would be not to exceed $1,586.20. He did spend over his estimated amount. He ended up spending $18,170. So staff recommends that full amount of $1,586.20 for reimbursement. And I'm happy to answer any questions you have.
Okay, any questions? All right, seeing there's none, do I hear a motion?
I make a motion that we release the funds for HRG 2025-005 in the amount of $1,586.20.
All right, we need a second.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. And how about asking Jessica questions? Anybody want to have, or any discussion? All right, seeing there's none, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, we can whiz through that. I could take a deep breath. Okay,
That is
when
the
will our
last-
next meeting be, Jessica?
The first Monday in March, which, Cece, do you have the date on that?
I think it's the third.
I think it's March 3rd will be our next one at 4 o'clock in this room.
Okay.
All right.
Adjourned.
Thank you all.